It is time for another special edition of Litter Media Live.
It's a regular edition.
No, this is special because we've got all kinds of video from the fair.
We do. It's also special because today's laundry day. I'm not wearing my shirt with a logo.
Is that right?
Yes.
I usually do laundry on the weekend. It's just something I do.
You know what? My last couple weekends have been packed. I haven't had time to mow or do anything. And with the rain this week, my grass looks bad right now. I need to get out there and mow.
That's the great thing about living out in the country. You don't have to worry about that too much.
I live in the burbs.
I
have neighbors that are probably judging my grass right now.
Is that right?
They're all retired, so they're sitting there going, "These kids
that's
can't mow their grass."
That's where you offer to pay them to do it for you. How about that, you young whippersnapper? All right, coming up in a moment, we'll get you caught up to date with stuff that happened at the fair last night. It was Junior Fair night, and yeah, we worked around the weather. And we start with the weather for you today as well. I, about 4 o'clock, thought, I hear a storm coming. I put the Litter Media drone up in the air because this was massive looking, and I could see it on the radar. And then when I stepped outside, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is what's coming our way. And you see the rain that's falling there underneath the clouds.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that was hitting in the Columbus area and in Pickaway County, making its way towards us. This was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. By 4:09, I got back upstairs and I'm sitting at the computer putting this together, and it came down cats and dogs. It was incredible.
Did you see the video posted by the Ohio Department of Transportation yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wacky. Yeah, so if you're going up 71 just south of Columbus,
yes,
to see all those utility poles over, and then
That's
to see
not the one I was talking about.
Well, there was a couple vehicles went flying around every day too. But this one particular that I saw on the news last night, all of the metal poles had also gone over there by Burliner Park, and it's a good thing they didn't have ball games going on.
Yeah,
because I saw some of the backstops were torn down, and some of those poles went right into the dugouts. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
But a good bit of Columbus is still without electricity today because of things like that. But then to see the truck fall over and the cars be lifted and
tossed up into the air by the wind, like insane.
Like Miss Amelia coming through with her Matchbox cars and just going, oh, just like that.
Yeah.
It was truly an act of God yesterday, what was happening up in Columbus. I haven't heard if there was any deaths from what we saw yesterday, but hopefully not. We can tell you that yesterday's storms hit Franklin County hard, a great deal of down power lines. AEP estimates power to be restored to southwest Columbus by noon tomorrow, for northeast, northwest, and southeast Columbus by noon on Friday. And Governor Mike DeWine announcing last night about 9:10 that 40 members of the Ohio National Guard were being sent out to Perry and Muskingum counties. They had flash flooding, and there were a little bit of aerial video that I saw where there was like this much of a trailer sticking up out of water. Incredible.
You know, I was wondering, when was the last time that Chillicothe closed the floodgates?
I don't know that they've ever actually closed. They've tested them.
Right.
I've seen them do that, but I did see a little film footage yesterday on Channel 4 where they had shut off a gate at a bridge to keep the water from coming through. But here in the Chillicothe area, I've seen them do the testing, but I don't know that the water's ever reached that.
Okay.
Since they put the flood wall in, I don't think we've had to do it. That doesn't mean that it hasn't happened.
Right.
But that 1959 flood that we had, that's what necessitated what we have today is the flood wall. So there was another flood who came through here. Was it 1913, I think it was, that this whole eastern side of Chillicothe was underwater. Just devastating But then the Army Corps of Engineers came in and put the flood wall up, and I don't know that we've had an issue with it since. So as far as the city's concerned. All right, coming up in a moment, we'll get you caught up to date. Oh, we never really looked at the forecast.
Yeah, let's look at today.
Same as pretty much as it has been for the last couple of days. Expect to see storms. I was surprised when I got up this morning I could hear thunder. I'm like, you're kidding me. Is it still happening? But we're dealing with, again, showers scattered. Could be a good bit of rain. It might be a little bit of rain. But temperatures will be in the 80s and mostly in the 70s down to our overnight lows for you as well. So if you're out there camping at the Ross County Fair, chances are you got a mud puddle somewhere in front of your trailer. And there might be some standing water there too. And no awning to be able to put it out because it got ripped off by a storm earlier in the week. So if my brother were still working at Ramey's RV repair, he'd probably be getting calls. But I think John is working for him now, and he's probably getting all those calls. Right. So come fix my camper. All right, coming up, a look at news. What happened at the fair last night? What's up today? Details are coming up. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is your trusted comfort advisor. If you have difficulties with your home, business, or your commercial side, they can handle all of that, whether it be heating, whether it be cooling, or plumbing. Wet inside, they can take care of that. Hot inside when it should be cold, they can handle that, and vice versa. Click on this ad anywhere you see it on our website, littermedia.com, and it takes you to their website, accuratehvac.com.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health, we tailor coverage that fits your world. With multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service, local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
Whenever I first applied for the Archways opportunity, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
Welcome back to Litter Media Live. Take a look at littermedia.com. You'll find some of the stories that we're sharing with you today on our website. And also in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see all of our social media and other platforms that we use with Litter Media. And you'll get a lot of information there too. So if you were with us on our social media last night, on Facebook, you had a chance to catch out some of the activity. All that rain, this was the motocross track from the night before. And they did the check-in for the outhouses, but they did it on the stage. Here's a look at some of the kids that were preparing for this wonderful event. It's something that so many people enjoy. They enjoy the lip sync contest. They enjoy the calf scramble and everything, but it ain't Junior Fair until we've seen outhouses line up with their funky names, all their costumes. people don't understand when you say outhouse races.
No, they don't get it.
And until you've seen it, it's like, oh, this was a winner for, I think 2019, 2020, maybe 22 as well. But they got knocked out in the final round last night. And kids wear their safety information. There's the commissioner of the outhouse races, Aaron Hammond, inspecting all of the entries. And
that one was good. I like that one.
The Bass Pro Shops. And these gals were Alan Jackson Mustache Girls. They were great. And there's the Queen, first attendant and fourth attendant. And then the action got underway. Look out, Nelly. There we have the stretch right there, the first heat. And then I just kind of got out of the way as best I could.
I saw you dodging and weaving sometimes. You can't always steer those outhouses straight, so there'd be times where they look like they're going to run right into you.
I knew what to look for, and there was one moment where I decided I'm going to stand on the outside because I knew they were lined up too close, and you're going to see them come up here in just a bit because they connect with one another, and they were connecting at where I had been standing. So I said,
would have been squished like a bug.
I would have been squished like the proverbial bug. And I believe here it is. This is where they connect, and that little bit kept the other one going straight. But here comes the Hallsville Friendly Neighbors.
Oh, that was a close one.
They win it by a nose. And so congratulations to Andrew Payton, Andrew Garrison, Easton Branham, Gabe Renner. They were all the runners, so to speak, and the pilot, the rider, little Maya Alexander. There she is, and she credits the plunger for making sure they got through. I don't know if the plunger was the nose. Maybe they won it by a plunger.
Maybe. Congratulations to Thai Diarrhea.
Yes. So congratulations. That was Kelly Renner, by the way. And Gabe Renner is her son. I didn't know that. Kelly, of course, a manager at McDonald's in East Main Street. So congratulations and kudos. They didn't have, usually Aaron Hammond walks over and he takes the golden plunger and puts it on top of the outhouse. But nobody showed up, so they must have forgot the golden plunger. So a good thing that the Hallsville Friendly Neighbors brought their own.
Yes.
They had their own. So
as far as the apple pie auction goes, the first place pie, crafted by Eve Givens of Zane Trail 4-H, went to Hirsch's Fruit Farm with a winning bid of $10,100. Lennox Heating Cooling, Bell Manor, and Joy Carver chipped in for the second place pie, baked by Bella McKelvey of the Outback Gang, which raised $4,500. Third place, made by Hunter Ely of the Buckskin Ramblers, which snatched up by the Ross County Republican Party for $3,000. And Shawnee State University claimed the fourth place pie, made by Laura Daniels of Turnback, with their $2,000 bid. The fifth place pie and the last to be auctioned was based by Autumn Seymour of the Farmtastic 4-H'ers and went to VFW Post 108 with a winning bid of $1,800.
I don't know if you saw Jamie Barker with Shawnee State University with the purchase. The gal that was with him, standing there next to him, holding the pie, had an Ohio University pullover on. So I'm like, hey, Jamie, this is conflicting right here. But the lip sync contest winner goes to Liberty Gang and their rendition of Third Rock from the Sun. Second place, the Buckskin Ramblers, followed by the Elite Eagles, Clover Clan, and Farmtastic 4-H'ers.
Yes, you want to say the Fantastic Four, don't you?
You do. You really do.
And were you around for this part, or had you already left to go edit what you had?
I had left for the evening, so I missed all of this.
Wait until you see which one is Third Rock from the Sun, because you'll know it as soon as you see what their costumes are. And I mean, they had a winning routine, and they were the winner in my heart, and they were the winner to the judges as well. Here we go.
Oh. Look at the rotation on that Earth. Oh, and here comes the aliens.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Now, these guys in the front on that first bit right there, they came up to me while I was flying the drone last night, and one of them is a drone pilot. He said, can you tell me what kind of drone that is? And I told him, and he says, I knew it. And his buddy was like, man, how did you know? That's the one I've got. So A lot of fun.
And then the finale of the night, of course, was the calf scramble, and we don't have official results, but we do know that in the second round, Austin McCorder was the first one in the ring with his calf, and we know that because he had a GoPro sticking to his helmet. And so whenever that footage is released, I want to see it.
Yeah.
Ryan Klein or whoever that footage is going to, make it available to the public.
What a tackle there in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. I have never, I can't even imagine participating in this.
Oh, no. I don't know how they do it.
I will tell you about the only way I can compare this might be watching Rocky chase after the chicken.
Yeah, there you see Austin right there dragging that thing.
So there we go. Come on, buddy.
I love that stubborn stance
Just
that
get
the
right
cows
in here.
always get into. They just don't want to go.
We see this a lot of the donkey basketball games, too. Oh, there.
And then it lays down.
Had the calf wouldn't have run over by the side, I'm sure it would have still been stubborn and not going. But can you imagine? This is like the running of the bulls. Only you're not being chased, you're chasing them.
And they're juking you out. Wow.
This is why people love Junior Fair Night. And incredible. One of these days, maybe they'll have a celebrity calf scramble, and you'll get a chance to participate.
I'd rather see you in there.
All right, today at the Ross County Fair, Chillicothe High School is the Marching Cavaliers. They are the band of the day with performances at 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 5 o'clock. At 3 p.m., the Market Lamb Show, followed by the Breeding Sheep and Sheep Showmanship. And at 8 p.m., the Market Beef Show. The grandstand for tonight, the Queen City Stunt Circus performs at 7 p.m. Admission is $5 for anyone 7 years old and older. 6 and under get in for free.
Thursday at the fair at 8 a.m. is the Market Turkey Move Show. At 8:30 is Beef Showmanship, followed by the Beef Breeding Show. 9:30.
I think I forgot to get rid of the word move in the script.
I don't know what.
Because there was a move in and a check in or a weigh in.
I just assumed that was something I didn't know what it was.
And I see a turkey move. It's kind of like the calf scramble.
All right. At 8 a.m. is the Market Turkey Show. 8:30, the Beef Showmanship, followed by the Beef Breeding Show. At 9:30 a.m., the Small Animal Showman of Showman in the Small Animal Show Arena. At noon tomorrow is the Goat County Bred Born and Raised Show. 6 p.m., we'll have this Junior Fair market sales for lamb and then hogs. And then at the grandstand tomorrow, the School Bus Derby.
Looking forward to
And the
that.
Big Ten Tug of War at 7 p.m. Admission is $10 for anyone 7 and older, $15 for a pit pass, 6 and under, get in free. And
I kind of wonder if the pit pass will be available because, during the outhouse race, they usually have pickup trucks lined on the inside of the track and they're all sitting there. But because of all the rain we had, they decided to shut all that off to everyone. And so I don't know if that'll be available during the School Bus Derby or not.
I don't know. But also Thursday, it's Senior Day. So seniors 62 and over get in free, as do active military and veterans with proper ID.
Yes, so keep that in mind. I will tell you that we will be live streaming. We got permission from the Fair Board to do it, and then yesterday, while I was at the outhouse race, I was asking around, and I said, do you suppose we can get into that press box over there to put a camera up and also do what we do? And they said, yeah, sure. And so Barry Hobbow, while I was doing one of the Facebook Lives, he texted back and says, yeah, we can get you in there. And yes, you've got internet. So we'll be able to connect to the internet and stream it live for you. So we've only got one under our belt, and we'll see how it goes with second time around.
We'll see if Dan Ramey's still the GOAT at Bus Derby announcing.
Yeah, get your goat, so to speak. All right, on with the show.
The Chillicothe-Ross Chamber of Commerce has partnered with the Fuster Broomfield McDonald's, the Lunchbox, Main Street Pizza, Old Time Growers, First Capital Nutrition for Chillicothe Chowdown, not Showdown, Chillicothe Chowdown, a Bridge the Gap event. Throughout next week, August 16th through the 22nd, restaurants in Chillicothe are putting their best dishes forward. When you participate, you help fuel our local economy during construction and beyond.
And since the writing of that for our story. Add to this Buckeye Indian Grill. They'll have a special there, along with Parkside Ice Creamery. Throw in Old Time Growers Country Market. You've got Nothing Bunt Candle or Cakes. Nothing
You don't
Bunt
want to eat
Cakes.
a candle.
Right. The Docket Waters participating and Levita as well. So, and the chamber tells me that they're expecting more to jump on board, especially with the Sand in the Streets volleyball tournament happening as well.
Next week doesn't sound very good for my wallet. It sounds like I'm going to be going out to eat a lot.
Payday's Thursday.
Yes.
Keep that in mind. We can tell you that we talked yesterday with Tiffany. I started to say Tiffany Butler. Butler is her maiden name. Baldwin is her married name. And I ran into Scott, her brother, last night at the fair, and my mind is going like this right now, and I'm on 3 hours sleep. But at any rate, we talked with her yesterday about Sand in the Streets volleyball. They've expanded some things, and I think you'll be interested in that. If you've not seen that interview, it's available in the Reels section of our Facebook page, and it's also up on our YouTube channel as well, so check that out. The Ross County Historical Society, they invite families to celebrate the start of the school year at its back-to-school junior member program. It's coming up Saturday, August 22nd, 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. The free public event will feature snacks and an afternoon screening of the beloved family film Matilda. Children who are members of the Ross County Historical Society's junior member program will receive special snacks and a commemorative pin to add to their junior member collection. Now, junior memberships, by the way, are only $10, so get out to the Historical Society today and get that membership. Families interested in learning more about the junior member program or attending the event, you're encouraged to contact the Ross County Historical Society, 740-772-1936, or email info@rosscountyhistorical.org.
In recognition of National Breastfeeding Month, Fayette County Public Health is inviting breastfeeding and pumping moms in Fayette and Clinton counties to connect with local support and one another at Breasties Support Group. The group will meet from 1 to 2 p.m. Monday, August 17th at Vinyl Coffee in Washington Courthouse. The meetup is an opportunity to learn more about local breastfeeding resources, receive support from trained breastfeeding professionals, and connect with other moms in a relaxed, welcoming setting. Breastfeeding and pumping moms who attend can enjoy up to $10 towards a beverage or a snack at Vinyl Coffee. Breasties is free and open to breastfeeding and pumping moms in Fayette and Clinton counties, regardless of income or enrollment in WIC or other programs. For more information, you can contact Fayette County Public Health Educator Janessa at 740-335-5910.
And you've got a sister-in-law who's about to give birth.
That's true.
And she might be, you might be able to say, hey, we need to get you a T-shirt that calls you Breasties, and you can be a part of the support group. Wouldn't that be cool?
Sure.
Certainly. The Ohio Department of Commerce's Division of State Fire Marshal celebrating the retirement of Ignitable Liquid Detection Canine Finnegan, or Finn as they like to refer to him. This happened yesterday afternoon. The division held a special send-off ceremony at its campus up in Reynoldsburg to recognize the Labrador Retriever's distinguished 9-year career, which involves serving alongside fire investigators throughout the state, but primarily down here in southern Ohio. Starting tomorrow, Finn will enjoy retirement at home with the family of his handler, Nakota Spradlin, and the investigator with the division's Fires and Explosion Investigations Bureau. And here's where he finally gets to not be disciplined and just be excited.
He's so happy.
There was audio with this, and he's just he's having a lot of fun right there, but he was very well behaved prior to that moment.
And then he's doing the tippy taps on his toes.
Yeah.
Oh,
you are released from your duty. Go enjoy the rest of your life. That's incredible.
The Early Childhood Education Program at the Community Action Committee of Pike County is thrilled to announce its upcoming Head Start's Back to School Carnival. Designed to help local families prepare for the academic year while connecting them with essential community support, the festive event will take place on Thursday, August 20th from 1 to 5 p.m. at 941 Market Street in Piketon. For more information regarding the 2026-27 preschool enrollment process or the upcoming back-to-school carnival, you can contact Christy Most at 740-289-2371, extension 7006, or you can email kmaust@pikecac.org.
Hope you got all that. Is it on the poster?
It might be on the poster, but they can also rewind.
Oh, you can
if
do
they
that.
didn't get it.
Yes, and do it slowly.
Yes.
Coming up in a moment, we'll take a look at sports on the way next.
You said that too fast. I didn't have my
I'm
hand
sorry.
ready.
Sports is coming up.
Mark came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc. Minimally invasive spinal surgery got him back to what matters most. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Find a career you love with Chillicothe-Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Chillicothe-Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Tecumseh. Fascinating. Captivating. Mesmerizing. Tecumseh.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Not a whole lot to tell you about with the Haynes Total Healthcare Center High School scoreboard because everything that we understand got wiped out by the storms yesterday. And they may be off to a slow start or a wiped out start today also. But here is what we have on tap. A sectional preview at Chillicothe Country Club for boys golf today. Jackson, Amanda Clear Creek are playing at Crown Hill Golf Course, and Circleville is at the Licking Valley Invite. Actually, this was all yesterday. I'm looking at the wrong page.
What are you doing, Dan?
Let me go to Wednesday. Girls tennis. Vinton County at Unioto today. Chillicothe at Washington Courthouse. Jackson at Hillsboro. Hamilton Township is at Circleville. Now in boys golf. Chillicothe and Jackson are supposed to be playing over at Franklin Valley Golf Course over in the Jackson area. Bloom Carroll is up at Granville, and Circleville's together with Zane Trace in the quad match going on at the Chillicothe JC's golf course. Again, all weather permitting for you today. Now, baseball. Reds got a 5-4 come-from-behind victory over the White Sox last night in Chicago. They were down 4-1. Cincinnati scored 3 runs in the 8th inning and then won it in the 10th to snap a 3-game losing skid. Game 2 is tonight at 7 p.m. The Guardians fell short against the Tigers up in Detroit last night, 6-4 the final. Game 2 is tonight at 7 o'clock. Sports is very quick.
Not a lot of sports. It's hard to play sports when you're getting slammed by rain and thunder.
Right, yeah. And the Crew, I think, were playing in one of those cup things that they do that falls in the middle of their season.
One of those soccer things we don't get.
I think they won by an aggregate or something in regards to the aggregate is we scored this many goals over these many games. I think that's how they ended up winning, but I don't know where they're at or what they're doing now. Just can't follow it. But you can.
Did you know we're not soccer fans?
It's not that I'm not a soccer fan. It's just there's so much going on that I can't follow it to be able to tell you.
Then you're not a real fan.
I mean, we had the start of the season, then suddenly it gets interrupted by a friendly, and then it comes over to, well, we're going to loan these players over here so they can play with their countries when the World Cup comes, and then we get back to the regular season. Then, wait a second, in the middle of the regular season, we've got these league championship things, and I can't follow it.
If you were a fan, you would follow it. That's all I have to say.
Okay, I'll grant you that. This Date in History is up next with a sport that everybody knows.
Yes, they do.
Details coming up.
But first, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane, custom tank colors and wraps. Find out how a propane tank can be beautiful at litterpropane.com.
The Pike County Career and Technology Center provides hands-on, skilled trades training with engaging curriculums and endless possibilities. From automotive technology, carpentry, business management, to culinary arts and interactive media. From electricity, welding, HVAC, engineering, and medical technology, to pre-nursing, basic food service, and public safety. We're preparing our youth for America's workforce through today's technology. To learn more about Pike County CTC, visit pikectc.org.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
As a professional race car driver, I live for speed, power, and performance on and off the track.
All right, well, here we go, baby. Wall on your left. Tree to your right. Hard left. Get on the gas. Going for the win. There you go.
That's why I use the Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. Race into your local dealership today and test drive a new Dixie Chopper.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
Now time for This Date in History, which takes us back to 1964, is it?
Yes, when I was just a wee little boy. 1964, Mickey Mantle. The Mick switch hits a home run for the record 10th time in his career and final time in a game, with one going 502 feet. Now that's a knock.
There's something in my eye right now.
Is that right?
Yeah. Sorry. He was looking at me making a face back behind this.
You couldn't see what I was seeing. And I'm thinking to myself, why is that germane to what the image is? And it wasn't. There's something in his eye. But Mickey Mantle switch hits. So
we had some confusion as to what this meant.
So we wanted to double check just to make sure. So he hit a home run from one side of the plate, then hit another home run from the other side of the plate in the same game 10 times. And this is the last time he did it,
right,
in 1964.
That's pretty impressive.
That is impressive. Yes, it is. That's why he was Mickey Mantle.
I could do it 11 times.
Hall of Fame. And if you could, you'd be in the Cooperstown. You also wouldn't be sitting next to me at
Maybe
this
I
point
just don't want to do it, Dan. Have you thought about that?
That's true. You have to have drive to be able to do it, I suppose. What are our national days?
Our national days today are Julian Fries Day or Julian Fries. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Is that someone's name or is that like a type of way to make French fries?
Julienne fries would be the way they are cut.
Okay.
Yes.
So they're cut how?
I've seen French-style cut green beans, so I assume it's a very almost hash brown-like, would be my guess.
Okay. It's also Middle Child Day and Vinyl Record Day. Now, you're an old radio guy.
Yeah.
You used to play stuff on the vinyl record.
I did.
Do you still have some at home that you
I do not. We've got some over here, sitting over. You saw those the other day. Those were gifted to me by Larry Roberts.
Oh, yes, I did.
And but I have nothing to play them on. I don't have a record player anymore.
I have a record player.
Why don't you take those home with you and you can play them and hear what they sound like?
All right.
The thing about playing vinyl, I noticed it mostly with Columbia records, they would scratch very easily. And so when we would play the song, you would cue it up. So you set it on the turntable. The turntable had felt on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that felt allowed you to hold on to the record while the turntable was spinning. And then you could let loose of the vinyl, and the stylus would read, and it would go on and play the record. But to cue it up to that point, and then you had to give it like a quarter spin, depending upon your turntable, you would have to back that up. Now, you've heard DJs do the scratching,
right?
All that kind of stuff. Well, when we would cue this up, we would take the control knob, turn it into the cue position, so it would play the beginning of the song through your cue speaker. And so you would get that, and from the stylus cutting into the vinyl, you would get this staticky sound. It wasn't too bad.
No surprise to me that these records scratch.
Right. And imagine taking it out and playing a particular song every 2 hours. So, yeah, they got a lot of wear.
Yeah.
But if the song had a very quiet start, there was a Barbra Streisand song I remember we played, and the very beginning just kind of gradually came in like this. So you had to listen real close when you queued it up. Well, Columbia, for whatever reason, the plastic they used seemed to really get damaged quickly. And so at the beginning of the song, you would hear for like 10 seconds.
Right.
And then you'd hear the song begin.
Maybe you just dropped your mac and cheese or whatever you were eating in there.
No.
Into the groove.
Back in those days, you were touching the records a lot, so you weren't allowed to have beverages or snacks in the studio.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't imagine.
And these days, everybody's got a drink cup of some sort that either has a screw-on top or a lid. Back then, it was usually an open coffee mug. That was about it.
Yeah.
But things have kind of transformed over the years.
Records are a sensitive format. I mean, you get a cat hair across one of the grooves and you're going to hear that. But there's something about listening to a record.
One of the things I hated was if there was an album they wanted us to play and it might have 4 songs on it that were hit songs, they would say, but we don't want you to play this song or this song, and they would take a ballpoint pen and draw across so you couldn't play that song. It would damage the album.
Wow.
Now, a friend of mine that I worked with in Columbus, he since moved out to, I think he's in Phoenix now, and I think he still has this show, but he would play vinyl records. That's his show. It's a vinyl record show. And you
Just the full album all the way through?
It sounds so much different. Well, you can't play a whole album all the way through. You're not allowed to do that. That's something that, because when streaming came along, the whole deal was, hey, let's make it a Beatles Tuesday, and we're going to play all of this album. And I think it was the government, FCC maybe, or somebody came in and said, no, you can't do that.
Well, that's annoying. That'd be fun.
It would be fun.
I'd listen to the radio a lot more if
would.
If I knew I could tune in and listen to an album instead of just one song and then moving on.
But I think it might be BMI or ASCAP, the writers groups. They're the ones that came in and say, no, don't do that to us.
Right.
Because then you'll have people saying, okay, I'm going to record this
and then they
have the whole album, and then you won't. So yeah. There's reasons why you can and can't and everything. So I guess it wasn't the government as much as it was the songwriters.
Right.
Protect our property is what they were saying.
Well, what about something like SiriusXM where you're paying a subscription fee? Could they use that money that they're getting to buy the rights to play an album?
That I don't know.
Let us know.
But I know during our iHeartMedia days, they told us we would not be permitted to do that because of those reasons.
It makes sense.
Yeah. See, you learn some things, and then
this
you
is
don't.
The educational portion of the show.
We had trouble figuring out julienne fries. So
yeah,
or even that it was fries and not freeze. Maybe we should research that stuff before we read it.
Mr. Freeze, the Batman villain, his last name is spelled like that.
Yes. Arnold Schwarzenegger, right?
Yes.
In the movie. I think it's time to put a wrap on things.
I think it is.
Because I need a nap. So enjoy the rest of your day. We are back at it again tomorrow with another edition of Litter Media Live. Tomorrow, Thursday, we'll also be back out at the Ross County Fair to live stream the School Bus Derby and the Big Ten Tug of War.
Yes.
We'll see what happens.
We will.
Yes, and we hope you do too by joining us on Litter Media. Take care.